All right.
Good
All right,
morning.
guys. Good morning. Welcome back.
How are you?
I'm good. Last night was really fun.
It was. It was. I
That venue
am.
was cool.
Yeah, Berry Park. Shout out to the team at Berry Park and Sports Monkey NFT for having us yesterday. My voice and I look green on this camera. Obviously, guys, we're doing the stream remotely from the comfort of both our places. And yeah, typical UNC video complications. But yeah, what did you think of last night?
It was really cool. I thought that the game itself could have been better, but obviously I felt for South Korea on that goal.
Yeah, it was not. It
But
was
happy
not the
for Mexico,
best.
obviously.
I am very happy with Mexico too.
And it doesn't matter how you win, it just matters you win. So,
Yeah, remember that quote we taught you from Fast and the Furious? Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
yeah, you
Winning
still
is
won.
winning. That's right.
So it's
That's
good
right.
for Mexico going into the knockout rounds with 2 wins. And they have one more game, but I think that they'll still qualify, right?
We're the first team to qualify. Actually, we've qualified officially now
Wait,
as
really?
first
That's awesome.
first place in Group A. Yeah, it's going to be so that what that means is that we're gonna, given the schedule, we will play round of 32 and round of 16 both in Mexico City.
That's
Um,
awesome. You should
yeah,
go.
I know the tickets were ten
Just
thousand
go
dollars each.
stand outside the stadium, hope that
I,
maybe
I I would, this morning I woke up and obviously yesterday, at Berry Park, and maybe let me show some of the scenes from yesterday.
we'll be
We were
putting
out
something
there,
on Instagram later today about yesterday. So make sure you stay tuned.
with Sports Monkey NFT and Bordia Club. So yeah, here's some of the scenes. We were just having an absolute blast. Shout out there to Tony and his wife who hosted us at Berry Park. Um, so yeah, I woke up this morning and I was just like watching the celebrations in Mexico. There was 400,000 people celebrating out on the streets of Mexico City, like 100,000 in Monterrey. Obviously, Guadalajara, where the game was played, was also very, very significant
But
turnout.
it's crazy that in every single city in Mexico, it's just packed and crazy and everyone's celebrating. Like that's how it should be. And obviously Mexico is just setting the standard.
Yeah, no, obviously, I mean, today it's kind of like a holiday here in the US with Juneteenth. Shout out to everybody celebrating. But in Mexico, it's a regular working day, so I'm sure nobody showed up to the office, considering
Yeah.
people were out in the streets
Tired.
in the morning. Yeah, but it wasn't the only game. There was a lot of other games before that. I
There
feel like
was.
it was a really good ending to the day. But it was a jam packed football day. And I do have a lot more to talk about Mexico, but maybe we can start with giving some of the other teams that actually had really good performances as well some flowers here
Yeah.
to kick off. What did you think of Switzerland and Bosnia?
I thought the score honestly surprised me, but I think Switzerland, after tying Qatar, they knew they needed to come back. And like neither team had a good chance in the first half, but second half it was just shots after shots. And did you see that they almost scored a bicycle kick?
I did see that.
Which would be
I did see.
insane. But I mean, I don't know. It happens in men's soccer a lot more than women's. But when it happens, it's still cool no matter what. But I think that they executed and it's a good standing for them in the bracket. So yeah.
Yeah, and you had them tying to two. I think I have my notes
Yeah,
right here.
I was completely wrong.
I had them 2-1, so half
Yeah,
a point this
we
way.
should start taking points on, like, who was closest,
I know that was yeah. We should
but it's
we'll
written
start.
down, so we could do it at the
It
end.
is written down. We can definitely go back and check our work.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
there's been a
it
lot of
was
red cards.
lots of red cards. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I think unfortunately for Bosnia, the game really opened up when that red card hit them, and that's really what changed any potential for them to come back.
yeah,
And then obviously talking about red cards, I'm gonna jump right into other co-hosts.
mhm.
Canada just demolishing Qatar
I
six
think that's
zero.
so good for them, though, like, their first win in the World Cup ever, and it's 6 goals against Qatar and a clean sheet.
At
That being
home.
said, there was 2 red cards, but still, it was a great
I'll
performance.
tell you what, remember how disappointed I was when we were watching Mexico, South Africa, and we were up 2-man. So that means,
Yeah,
South Africa had two red cards. And we just kind of like held back and
Mhm.
just waited for the end of the game. Canada did what I wanted Mexico to do, which is like, you're
Yeah.
up, just go for it. Keep on taking advantage of the superiority in numbers. And it paid off for them. It was
Yeah.
insane to see the
Even
score.
the first goal was obviously they're down 2 players, and I'm not docking the defending by Qatar, but they had one of Canada's players sitting in the back line with Qatar, slip ball, and they just finished. Like, it just they made it look so easy.
They did, and you're right. It's good for the sport. It's good for, well, it's for like, the North American teams. It's good for, hopefully Canada makes it through. I think they will make it through with this. Maybe it's,
Yeah,
we've
because 'cause
talked
they're
about how
playing
easy it is for third
one.
places to make it through. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that they'll have the upper hand when it comes to picking the 3rd team if they end up in 3rd. But did you know that this is the first World Cup where there's 3 countries hosting?
Yes,
Kinda
it's
cool.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the next one will have three countries hosting too, right? Ooh, I'm playing with my Zoom here because there we go. My camera is still. I can't get the color right. But the next one is Portugal, Spain, and Morocco
Yep.
with three games. I think in one in Argentina, one in Paraguay, and one in Uruguay as part of the 100-year celebration of the World Cup.
I think
Um,
Morocco would be sick. I've never been there.
ooh, now I'm bright. Let me see. I
How are
don't know
you
why I'm
doing
playing with it.
that?
I don't know. I'm just I should have planned this better. It's a little better now. Cool. So Canada 6-0, looking really strong going into the last match of the group stage. Um, yeah, it's going to be really interesting because like you really want to qualify first. That usually sets you up
Yeah.
better. So they're going to have to go out and give their best against Switzerland, which obviously comes off winning 4-1. So we're in for like a lot of really good football.
I know we're not predicting yet, but I do think that Canada is gonna beat Switzerland.
Okay, we'll 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 get there.
But, it could be either or. We've seen it a lot in this World Cup, like, it could be anybody. It's anyone's game. Just don't get a red card.
Just don't get a red card. Yeah, the 2026 World Cup is now up to 6 red cards, which is more than both Qatar and Russia already. We are one group stage match day in pretty much, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, and two groups. Um,
We did skip
anything
over
else?
a game.
We did skip over a game,
Yeah.
which was the first game of the day.
Czechia, South Africa.
A little boring. I think that's why we forgot it.
Yeah, it didn't really stand out to me only because I would say that they're like this, and there wasn't any surprise. I think a tie, honestly, was a fair score for both of them. And there was a handball in the box, PK, for South Africa. So
Yeah, so Czechia has scored both their games. They haven't been able to win, right? They went up on Korea on the first match day, and they lost 2-1. And
yeah,
then they scored here. Um, yeah, they went up first too. So unable to, they're like the Spurs, go up on the lead and then unable to hold on for the
didn't
dub.
work out for the Spurs, but
RIP the Spurs. Gosh, don't remind me anymore.
everyone's
Yeah,
probably
so
sick
that
of hearing about it. We talked about it for like 2 weeks straight.
I know. Czechia and South Africa, both in the same group as Mexico and Korea. Now it gets really interesting because Korea, obviously Mexico, as we said, is qualified with 6 points.
Yeah,
Will qualify in first place regardless of what happens on the next match day. Korea has 3 points. And then South Africa and Czechia both have 1 point.
yeah,
So the last game of the group stage is Mexico, Czechia, and Korea, South Africa. And pretty much every team except Mexico has to win, which is making me worried for Mexico because I don't know. We can talk about the game now. I feel like we're not we're like, is the word blunt? What's the word when like a sword is not sharp enough, or like a knife is not sharp enough?
I know this.
I mean, I don't speak English naturally, so everything
No,
I translate in my head.
I don't know your generation slang though.
I'm not trying for slang. I'm not definitely not trying for slang. I'm trying for what's the word? Like it's like, when like something that should be sharp is not. Like you're trying to cut a
Dull?
like dull, yes. But dull sounds boring. But yeah, you know what? Mexico plays very dull.
Yeah,
And
I don't
and
think they have an it factor.
they don't. We had a good defensive effort all throughout the year. I think that's one of the things we highlighted. We have not given up a goal in calendar year 2026. Whereas the first time that we win both of our group matches, our first group matches in World Cup play, and I don't think they were the best teams. Korea a little bit better than South Africa. Obviously, we struggled with Korea. I mean, I'm going to share here. I think you can summarize the Mexico-Korea game in 3 images. I'm going to show 2 of them. The first one being this
That was
goal line.
crazy.
Yes, goal line. I think this play was called back for offsides. But in any case, like that was a crazy save by Edson Alvarez on the goal line, pretty much. So this is us keeping the ball out of our goal to keep the clean sheet.
The technique that takes is just, I was like,
It's very hard to do that.
Seeing the trajectory of the ball, you're not looking at it, you're facing the other way, you're just hoping for the best. And if you don't get there, well, the ball's in the goal. And everyone's going to be like, well, he should have got there. So he did it.
He did it. And then the other, obviously, the goal that we scored was on a goalie mistake. What do you think of that mistake? And I'm gonna try to pull it up here.
I think
because obviously you're a goalie, and I have my take on this. I wanna hear your take on it first.
Yeah, I'll let you play it and then. But
right.
Yeah, I actually have a lot.
That was a good header behind him by Lee Gi-hyuk, and the goalkeeper drops it. It's his and it's in. Mexico lead. Luis Romo, terrible mistake.
Here, I'm gonna show it in full screen for everybody again.
Jimenez is waiting for the cross. Jimenez was trying to guide him. That was a good header behind him by Lee Gi-hyuk, and the goalkeeper drops it. It's his and it's in. Mexico lead. Luis Romo, terrible mistake by the South Korean goalkeeper.
Oh, that's so.
He just dropped it.
I don't think he should have come out there.
Okay, so interesting. That's what would you've done?
I would have stayed on my line, only because I think I'm not very tall, and so going up for a duel like that with 3 players, and then if you don't get it, you're like the ball's in the goal. Like they're gonna execute. I mean, sometimes maybe not, but Mexico did it yesterday. I think in men's soccer, it wasn't necessarily the wrong idea to come out, but if you're going to come out, you have to get it and you have to hold on to it because he had it in his hands and then like last minute dropped it.
Yes. So let me share more on that.
It actually hurts to watch. It makes me sick. These are the nights that would happen season.
So it's like a slide screen. Here we go. So he went out to get it.
Okay. I actually, now that I'm seeing that.
He didn't just drop. What is this moving? It's like a little slide screen, so we'll just let it play.
His player.
He ran into his player, then dropped it, and then he looked, poor guy, boom.
I think that honestly, that it was a miscommunication, and the player needed to shield off 26.
But you still would have not come out, right? I think that's the first mistake.
I don't think I would have. I don't know. Like, I think the right idea probably would be, but I know how I play, and I'm just like very conservative in that matter because high balls were always something that I was like very safe on because of the fact that I'm not that tall. And my center backs are all 6 feet. So their heads were getting to where my hands were.
Yeah, here's another like composite image. So the top is he comes for it. It was a very easy ball had he not had his teammate there in front of him. He comes at it in a way that I think loses his balance. And then, so I agree with you. Maybe I would have not come out for it. There was 4 players. Maybe you don't. But the fact that he did, to me, the biggest mistake is that, and you know that as a goalie, right? You just, once you get a ball in your hands, like you hold on to that thing for dear life. Yeah. Or like it's like your newborn baby. Yeah. Like you do not let go. And like he went to the ground without fully securing the ball. He was just kind of like almost like in practice you're fine because you almost don't want to hurt yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? But in a World Cup game that is so tight, just got gotta bring it into your
Got
body, gotta hold it onto it, gotta jump on it, and he didn't. He
Yeah.
didn't, and luckily for my team, it fell in a place where we could kick it and score it. But big costly mistake for Korea. Obviously, they have 3 points from the first group match. I don't think it's gonna risk them qualifying to round of 32.
Yeah.
But and actually, it's funny because Group A, the second place, has a potentially easier path than the second place finisher. And so people in Mexico were speculating that maybe Mexico was trying to do that because the bracket would go through first, like round 32 for Group A.
Yeah.
You play at third place. And then now for Mexico, we're going to play a second place. But you got to beat everybody, though, that you come across if you want to win the cup. So no big difference there, but obviously a sad moment for Korea.
Yeah. I can't imagine how he's feeling this morning. But then again, it worked out for Mexico, and that's all right. Not everyone can win. It's only one winner.
Can we call this now the save of the tournament?
He's not even outside of the goal, which is crazy to me. Like that, that's just pure talent.
It was unbelievable. My heart rate went ballistic.
But I think that these moments are the type of moments that Mexico are able to pull off, and that's what's going to get them far in the tournament because not every team is making these saves or making these goal line clearances like in the first half. So I think that is the advantage that Mexico has over the other teams.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Like maybe I'm just being too critical because I want to see them like really play well. But this right here, like this was right. Like I just can't get enough of the memes. It's such a good image, such a good save too. I mean, look at when I go back to this one again. Look how far back he was. Like he somehow lifted his body up and was able to stop this shot, it was a header, but like it's insane.
Yeah,
that's insanity.
That's a gift from God. That's I have no words. I think that saves like that are just phenomenal, and sometimes you don't even think about it when you're doing it. You just do it, and that's what shows how good of a goalkeeper he is.
Yeah. All right, and then one of the things I wanted to share with you guys that makes me miss my country even more is the celebrations. 400,000 people came out to Ángel de Independencia, right there in Paso de la Reforma in Mexico City. So not even where the game was played. 400,000 people came out. It was a rainy night in Mexico City. And everybody was there. Just look at that crowd. For a World Cup game win, it wasn't even like a good win, but it was a win. Like the country's going to go crazy if we do. Like I think our goal is just to
win anything in knockout, which I think you will. The country is going to the streets are going to be filled from the top to the bottom.
This was the scene in Mexico City. We had 100,000 people in Monterrey and 100,000 people in Guadalajara, which is where the game was played. Insanity. It makes me. I just want to jump on a plane.
That looks really fun. I'm not even a Mexico fan, and like I would enjoy that.
Well, we had fun yesterday after at Berry Park. It was great atmosphere. After the game, they were playing cumbias and salsas, and we were dancing.
Even at halftime, you guys were all dancing. It was killing me.
Yeah, no, it was. We had the Macarena going on. We had so many fun things going on. So, that was a fun night. Again, I don't think it's the play that we are expecting, especially after seeing Canada destroy, like they completely demolish. The rivals, but. Yeah, good to be in first place. Good to be in first place. And another good slate of matches today, kicking off a jam-packed weekend. Obviously, we have the USMNT.
Yay! I'm excited for this game.
So going into it, what do you think is like? And here, I'm going to show on screen right now the match lineups for today. Oops, I messed it up like I usually do. All right, I'll do it here in a second. But what do you think is like going through the players' minds right now for the US? Yes.
I think honestly, everyone doubted them and they are using that as their fuel. And I think that the win last game was great, but they know that that's not enough to kind of prove themselves. I think they need to make it farther and keep winning these games by a landslide. Not by landslide, but obviously play well, win, clean sheet. That's what they're thinking. But I think this game could go like one of two ways. They could get comfortable too. So it really could be either or. But I think the stuff that they're posting, it doesn't seem that way.
I love it. You're judging their potential performance based on their social media posts. Is that right?
Yeah, honestly,
That
I
is
think
one of the most Gen Z things you've said, and like you said a lot of Gen Z things.
that honestly, for me, I'm like, okay, well, you're not posting like, oh, like look at me, blah blah blah. Like they're very like, we're gonna show you guys what we've been working on and like why we deserve to be here.
So who do you follow mostly? Who like pull up here? I mean, Pulisic is doubtful for the game, right? He had an injury.
Yeah, I follow him the most, but I would say, well, there's this kid that
I mean, I don't like the guy. He's not even posting. He's promoting McDonald's on his feed.
no,
I guess they don't really use
not
Twitter. They use
is.
Instagram. Okay, I'll look him up
But
on Instagram.
there's a kid that went to our training facility in San Diego. His name's Sebastian Berhalter. His dad actually played in
Was the coach. His dad was the coach.
Yeah. No, I think that's yeah, you're right. Because there was that drama kind of 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
We don't need to get into
Yes.
that. But yeah, so he's really talented and he got his first debut in the World Cup last game. So yeah, that was cool to watch. I don't even think he knows who I am, but he went to the training facility, so I know who he is. And then I followed Gio Reyna. He announced his wife's pregnancy during the game. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, really? No, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Congrats to them.
He did the Rabona, last goal of the game, fourth goal, and then
Yes.
he, like put the ball in his jersey and was like doing like a baby thing.
Oh, that's you see that just makes me really happy.
Yeah,
Really,
because I
really
think
happy.
that he could have made it all about him, and he decided to announce it. So I think that was fun.
I don't know if you know the original what do we call it, celebration, the original baby celebration was this Brazilian player, Bebeto. And his wife was pregnant. I think it was in 94 I think it was 98. Anyways, he scored and he put the ball in the shirt like a baby and he went like this. And it was just really, really, it was adorable. Yeah, it was really, really adorable. All right, I pulled up Pulisic's Instagram. It's just full of ads. Give me somebody else that we can pull up to.
Maybe Gio Reyna?
Gio Reyna. It's just so funny seeing the number of followers that they have and comparing them to our boy from Cape Verde.
Dude, yeah. How many does he have?
550,000. Oh, 520,000. Oh, that's the image. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, cool.
Jude Bellingham commented.
Your boy, Jude Bellingham here. I'm gonna throw him a Meebits from the Meebits account. Today's gonna be a big test for myself. I'm not gonna lie. Mrs. Surtito, so Erica has asked me to please try to not be so antagonistic with the U.S. men's national soccer team. She made a good point. She's like,
I love that.
When we have kids, they will have the right. Because I told her, I was like, our kids are going to cheer for Mexico. But if I'm being honest, like, they're going to be half first, second generation immigrants. And they will probably cheer for the U.S. And so
I bet they'll cheer for both.
Yes, and you know what? I used to take an issue with that. We've talked about this at length in the office and also on the stream. I've always felt like so weird, but I've met so many people especially this year, that cheer for Mexico based on heritage.
Yeah.
And then obviously they are American citizens and they cheer for the US. And so for me, I grew up, it was like the Cold War time, right? Like today, somebody that grew up during the Cold War time, you say Russia or, something like that, and they still think you're the bad guy from the Rocky movies. But things have changed a little bit. So for me, like, the Mexico-US rivalry, spent a lot of time talking about it. But now that I've met a lot of people, like our homies from Saturday's football. Raul and Josh are awesome humans. We love them. They're Mexican American, and they cheer for Mexico because it's their parents' country, but they also cheer for the U.S. And then to me, that was not something that's possible. But now, starting to come around, and to think that my potential kids one day will have that, makes me think, okay, maybe it's time to. I don't know that I will ever be able to cheer.
That's okay.
But at least not cheer against. I think that's a really good start.
Respect.
I respect them. I think anybody that's putting, their national colors on their backs and playing their heart out deserves respect. Everybody respect, like every human being. But at least I won't be cheering against them.
Yeah.
Although Australia is so nice.
They are.
Their nickname is the Kangaroos. How can you
I know.
Not side with the Kangaroos. That's our nickname for my sister. The crazy kangaroo.
I think that they had their win,
Okay.
and they had the happiness, and it's time for them to lose.
All right. Fair enough. So what is your score? Forecast. Let's see. The last time they played was October of 25. So just less than a year ago, the USMNT won 2-1. Obviously, Australia upset Turkey 2-0, and US destroyed Paraguay on the first match 4-1. The US are favored to win. Let's check the poly market here on the Meebits Futbol side, but I want to get Sophine's forecast. I'm expecting you to get this one the most right.
Now there's pressure. I'm gonna say 3-1 US.
3-1 US. Okay, so poly market's got it 61% US, 20% Australia, 22% draw.
I think 3 goals is a little generous, but I think that the US are on a streak of just executing really well and creating opportunities that they weren't necessarily given. Gio Reyna's goal, the 4th goal of the game last game, he created that himself. He didn't have the space. He didn't have really a window to score, and he found a way to do it.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. That's really hard to hit the ball that way, especially you put it exactly in the. I mean, he had maybe this much room between the keeper's reach and the post, and that's where it went. So
that way.
Yeah. Okay. I think 2-0. I think the US going to take it 2-0. I think it makes sense. I don't think Australia's going to score on the US, especially the way the US was moving last time around. That was, but we'll see. So that game's at 3 p.m. in Seattle, which is probably, I would say Seattle's probably the soccer capital of the US. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say so.
Fan base wise, there's more football.
There's a big soccer culture there. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, they have a really good MLS team, a really good NLSW team?
NWSL.
There you go. Close enough. All right. The next match is the darlings of the fan base, the guys that have.
I think you slightly want to be a part of Scotland's fan base.
I have thought about going to Boston today so much. I do. I think everybody wants to be a part of Scotland's fan base.
How far is
this
Boston
week?
There?
It's a 4.5-hour train or a 1-hour flight.
Yeah.
Here's what I think about the Scotland fan base. It's, first of all, in America, right? It's part of the heritage, especially New England. But more importantly, it's Braveheart was a generational movie for Gen X and millennials, and so I think subconsciously there's always been a lot of Scotland love in the back of Americans' minds. So then you get all these really cool people coming over in kilts, right? They're seen as a team that, the expectations are low. Obviously, they've changed now after they won their first match, but the expectations are low. So people are just coming over to have a good time.
Yeah.
They go to an iconic colonial American city in Boston, and they put on a show. They have the most fun. They're singing. I just think it brings all kinds of good vibes. And the stats starts coming out, right? There was more beer sold in Boston last weekend because of the Scottish fans than during St. Patrick's weekend. That's insane, 3 times as much. And then they go to Fenway Park, again, another, cathedral of American culture and sports. And they just put on a show. So that's all really, really cool. And so, yeah, I would love to. I would love to go to a Scotland game or hang out with the Scottish. Every time I see them walking around here in the city, I just high five everybody that I can.
Yeah. I think their fan base is so fun, and they just are so authentic to themselves. They don't care about anyone's opinion. They're walking around in their kilts, and they're just like themselves. But I think game-wise, I think Scotland's a very good team.
Yeah. And you know what? Like Polymarket only has them at 16% to win today versus Morocco's 60%. Oh, obviously Morocco tied Brazil. I don't think the Brazil team is really good this year. So that I don't think that's much of an achievement. The last time Morocco played Scotland was actually the last time Scotland was in the World Cup in 1998, and Morocco won 3-0. I think Scotland at 16% here is probably like under appreciating
I agree.
the fan base, because that you would say that makes a difference, yeah, when you have a rowdy stadium like just cheering everything you do. And then Morocco I think play, we talked about it last time or two streams ago. This World Cup really allows low expectation teams to just play for ties, because it potentially helps you make it to the next round. And I think Morocco might have been super efficient as that. So let's see how they are on the attack versus Scotland, and let's see. If you're the darling of the tournament, that has some kind of vibes, I think.
I agree. And I think that obviously Morocco, like you said, they tied Brazil, but Brazil is not the team that they were. I think Brazil has a lot of individual stars, but collectively they just haven't been playing as a group. But I don't know. I think that Scotland has the underhand here, and I think that they're going to come out with at least a tie.
Yeah, it's interesting to see kind of like the odds haven't really moved throughout the month. There's a little uptick towards Morocco a couple days ago, but I don't know. I like Scotland here. I think they're. I would be surprised if they lose, but I think they could have a nice little upset. What's your forecast for the result?
So hard. I think 1-1.
1-1. I want to go 2-1. I think Scotland can do it.
Belief. I like that.
Belief. Yes. I need to go learn their songs. But another good thing about Scotland's fan base before we move on, a lot of the songs they sing are traditional like American culture songs, or just, Anglosphere songs.
Yeah.
So if you're at a bar with them, they start singing Sweet Caroline or
yes, I've actually seen that.
Country Roads, you can join in, and you're like, wow, like, because if you're like at a bar with Mexican fans, you maybe know like a couple of Latin music songs like Dance Like a Duro and like kind of stuff like that, but you wouldn't know the words to every single song. Whereas with Scotland, like anything that's not Scottish, it's usually Anglosphere music, and so you can join in, and that's should we just take a train up to Boston?
No, seriously. I think that's awesome. And like I was at a Brazilian bar, I think 3 weeks ago, and I didn't know anything. And I just feel like when you know the songs of the fan base, like then you just feel like a part of it instead of just standing there like.
Yeah. All right. Brazil versus Haiti, hit in Philadelphia, also close by. Obviously, Brazil, a very, very heavy favorite. I think just looking at the board real quick, for today and tomorrow, they're the heaviest favorites in their matches. I mean, no shock, right? Still Brazil, and Haiti is, one of the small, low expectation countries. 89% for Brazil, 8%. Not even like the draw. The draw is 8%, potentially underpriced, I think. Haiti winning this would just be as shocking as.
There's no. If they win this, I will have no words. I'm just because Brazil is obviously very talented, even if they're not the team that they were. And there's just no reason for Haiti to win.
If they win, will that be the biggest upset in the history of football, at least World Cup group stage?
Yeah. If they win. If they tie, no, because I think that.
Yeah, Cape Verde already has that.
Cape Verde did that. But I think this would be even like the biggest one for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It'll be.
But Brazil's had the most World Cup titles with 5. So.
Yeah.
They can't lose to Haiti.
Also, Brazil has not been able to keep a clean sheet in their last 6 matches, so a little leaky down the back.
Is Neymar
But
playing?
yeah, I don't know. The Brazilian fan base is really mad at the coach that Endrick has not been playing. Actually, I know this from just an insane amount of. Oh my God, we missed the Panini drop. Sold out. Gosh, I was gonna buy them. Oh, I had an alarm here.
Did it not go off?
I was just too excited. I was like, the packs already doubled in price. Oh well. Anyways, we do it for the love of the game, for the love
We
of
do
the
it for you
stream.
guys.
We should have reminded them, guys, so they could double their money too. All right. So where are we? Turkey, Paraguay.
We didn't score predict for Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Endrick. I was talking about Endrick. While I pull up the Endrick memes, what do you think the score's going to be?
I'm going to say 3-0 Brazil.
3-0 Brazil. I'm going to say 2-0 Brazil. So here's one of the memes. So Carlo Ancelotti, as a coach, has won every tournament that he's ever coached, I think. He says he'll bring changes to his starting 11 versus Haiti. He will put Hendrick in. Oh, he will choose his number 9 with a coin toss. If it lands in heads, then Cunha starts. If it lands tails, Thiago starts. If it lands vertically, so impossible, Hendrick will start.
That's crazy.
That's all the memes. Urgent. Ancelotti, who's the coach, told Endrick that he will be a starter against Haiti. With that, Brazil's attacking trio should be formed by Vini Jr., Rapinha, and Ancelotti. So just playing on words here that, the coach. Urgent. Endrick is confirmed as a starter in a match between Brazil and Haiti. The player has become naturalized Haitian.
How do people think of this stuff?
We're not going to do this one. If you miss a note, you'll have to you have to line up Endrick, and then the coach.
He's like
the Guitar Hero.
That's amazing. Oh, the Brazilian guitar, it could not get any more realistic.
Oh my God. Endrick is in a severe case of dehydration, and this is the last bottle of water in the world. Carlo Ancelotti, the coach. Oh man. Meebits PFP, we're gonna follow them back. All right. Anyways, you get the point. I'm so disappointed that we didn't buy the packs. Anyways, you guys get the point about Endrick and Brazil. Diego in the chat says Brazil will crush Haiti. Rapinha is the go to Brazil. We'll see. So now for the battle of the disappointers, Turkey and Paraguay, both coming off bad results in their first match. They're playing in San Francisco at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern. If Paraguay loses, depending on the result of the US and Australia, they could be eliminated from contention, which is not good for a South American country. And then on the other side, in Turkey's match against Australia, they took 30 shots. They couldn't score.
And they've been creating chances. I just think that they need to be a little more fearless, free-spirited in the way that they play.
Okay, so that's a professional take from Sophine. It's win or go home now. Not really, but it should be.
It kind
of mentality.
Is. Yeah.
Turkey is predicted to win 47%. Big odds on the draw here, 30%. Obviously, the draw for matches like this has been a good place for people. Then Paraguay with 24.5. Paraguay is still looking back. Yeah, they had a terrible match against the USA. To me, that tells me, one, they were not locked in yet, but it doesn't change that it's a team that beat Brazil and finished second in South American qualifying. I'm going for my Paraguayan Latino brothers and sisters on this one, and
What's your score?
I will think Paraguay 3-1.
Okay.
Paraguay 3-1. What about you?
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna say Turkey is gonna beat them 1-0.
1-0. All right.
And I think it's gonna be kind of like a questionable win, but they're gonna find a way to win.
Okay. Questionable, but they'll find a way. Oh my God, the packs are $340 now.
What is that, tripled?
Well, it's 150 now to 340. Man, I am so annoyed at myself right now. Literally had it right here. Like I was gonna show you guys this. We like bought.
Gosh. Yeah, when you started the stream, they were on the thing.
Yeah. Oh well, I hope everybody pulls some good stuff and wins. So a lot of matches, not just today, but over the weekend. We'll have a lot to recap over the weekend on Monday, but just we won't go one by one because that will take us another 2 hours. But want to show what is up this weekend. So we're gonna start Saturday with Netherlands and Sweden. You obviously gonna say that was. Let's just call winners here. Netherlands, Sweden. Who wins?
Netherlands.
Okay,
Did I need to say that?
I knew you were gonna say that. I'm gonna go with Sweden just because.
Okay.
Why not? I think they played really well the first match. Germany versus Ivory Coast at 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Germany
just destroyed Curacao. They have
no
patience for little teams. We're like, we're here to win, y'all.
Yeah.
Here to win, y'all. And then Ecuador versus Curacao. That has a Cuban flag here for some reason again. But I think that should be an easy win for Ecuador coming off a disappointing result. And the rebound of the South American nations. And then later on at midnight going into Sunday, we have Tunisia, Japan. What do you think? Japan. I agree.
I think.
Then on Sunday, we kick off at noon. Ooh, that's going to make for a good brunch. Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Spain obviously coming a disappointing loss that earned them a point.
It was not a tie. It was a loss.
That was a loss. Heavily favored over Saudi Arabia. I'm guessing you're going to go with Spain.
Yeah, you?
I would agree. Belgium versus Iran. I mean, Belgium also kind of not what I was expecting. And Iran a little stronger than I was expecting.
I want to say Iran.
You want to say Iran? Okay. Well, I'm going to say Belgium just because I really like the Meebits Futbol uniform that we designed for them. So definitely Belgium here.
Valid choice, yeah.
And then Uruguay versus Cape Verde, which is wrong Canadian flag here, but
I'm gonna go Cape Verde.
Okay, I'm gonna go Uruguay. Again, I think the South American teams that had a weak start are gonna come roaring back. That's what Argentina did in 2022.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna go for that. And then New Zealand, which has the wrong flag on here, versus Egypt. Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt.
All right, cool. So a lot of football coming over the weekend. Something for everybody. Lots to recap on Monday. And then we'll talk about the games coming up on Monday, which are going to be like really good as well. Let's take a quick look at the Panini packs just to get more of a stomach ache. Yeah, they're still there, $350. Wow, what a week. It was exciting. We have a lot more content coming to you guys on Instagram. Follow at the Meebits, FanFest content, Mexico watch party with Board Yacht Club and Sports Monkey NFT at Berry Park last night. And then, really cool animations that Chris, our head of Vibes, has been putting out. I think they're really funny. You've been watching them. Like, look them up. It's pretty cool. And then just New York. Are you gonna go explore this weekend? What's on the food menu?
Good question. I was actually thinking about that like 30 minutes ago. I don't know. I'm gonna get a new coffee today. But I'm gonna get like a latte. I'm not gonna do the black coffee today. It's Friday. Sergio likes to say it's my milkshake, but it's not a milkshake.
It is a milkshake. It's
No,
literally
no,
it is literally this color.
no.
Like
It's
that's how you
okay.
walk in. This is your iced coffee in the morning.
I'm looking at this right now. My sister put out an espresso pods. She's like, "You need to make my recipe," so I might try to make her recipe too. She said it's like pistachio, vanilla, and espresso. Okay, double espresso, and then she like does brown sugar and shakes it, something like that. Sorry, but in terms of food, I don't know. I think I'm gonna make food today. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch, or no, today I'm gonna watch the USA game at 3. I think I'm gonna find a restaurant to do that at. She lives in Little Italy, so there's a lot of little restaurants I might go stop at.
Little Italian restaurants.
Yeah, but they always have big TVs up that are playing the games, and I'm like, this looks nice. Just sit back, have a pizza, watch the game. Why not?
Yeah.
But maybe it'll be the best pizza I've had, because we know that the pizza I've had here is not that good.
So what was the hot take the other day? Papa John's over New York City pizza?
Yeah, I love Papa John's. I sound like
John's,
such a big bag saying that, but like it's so good.
That's the equivalent of me walking around with a Spurs hat this week. Yes.
I think just when we were in Louisiana, there was no pizza places, and after like a tough loss, we would get comfort food, obviously. And
what would you get? Like alligator or something?
No, pizza. We would get Papa John's, and we'd get the stuffed crust. This is like so not athlete of us. And we would just sit there and be like talking about the game, eating this pizza. It was amazing.
So it's memories. That's me and Domino's. It's memories. Like for us, it was memories. Like, it was like it was a big treat in Mexico to get Domino's. And then when all right, before I let you go, guys, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a 30-minute guarantee. It's there in 30 minutes or it's free.
So and people 30 minutes?
Within 30 minutes, yeah. That's how, I don't know if it was in the US too. I'm guessing so, because like I don't know what they will invent this just for Mexico, but literally they would start the timer. And if you got there 5 seconds later, like it was free. And it was kind of like, it made it like a sport. Like you were just there like waiting for the pizza to show up just to get for free. But in Mexico, because we're Mexican and like, we're more surrealist than anything else, people started like blocking streets and stuff to make it late.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But at some point that whole guarantee went away, and obviously like things are super fast now on deliveries.
That's pretty realistic, but
it depending where, like within a certain like area that you were in. Okay. I think I remember our Domino's, we would order like every other Sunday or something. I could play a game or whatever. We started getting discount codes on like that little sticker that they put in the front of the box.
Yeah.
And that was sweet. That got us that kept us hooked.
Yeah.
And then for me, to your point about the memories of Papa John's at LSU, for me, it's just, growing up and having Domino's with my family. Like, I don't remember Joe's Pizza. Like, Joe's Pizza does not bring that memory to me, or like the, whatever, L'Industrie or whatever people like here. Like, but you give me a box of Doms and hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I can completely agree with that. And Dunkin' was kind of like that for me too in high school.
Dunkin'? We didn't have Dunkin' in Brownsville.
They would always give us these like 2 weeks medium free unlimited drinks. And I'm like, well, I don't know why you're doing that, but I'm going to obviously come every day if it's free. And so I would go there and I would get like mommy milkshakes. I'd get new milkshakes. Energy.
So you do like the milkshake stuff, I told you.
Yeah, and my dad would be like, it's ridiculous. You don't need to go there every day. I'm like, but I do. And it's free.
Yeah. I mean, free stuff is free stuff. You got to like make the best
out of it. It's better when it's free.
It's like cars, right? Like rental cars are scientifically proven to go faster. So same thing, like free food is scientifically proven to taste better.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Sophie. Well, I'm looking forward to recapping a lot of games with you on Monday on the stream.
Me too.
Also hearing all the pizza reviews and the food reviews from what is that? Is this your third weekend in New York?
Yeah, third or fourth. I think my third real weekend, because I got here on the weekend.
You got here like on a Monday, right? It was like Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It's just been like what? U.S. men's national team roster reveal, like within arm's length of
first day, yeah.
London. That was the first day. Private jet flight to Lisbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this week it was fun, but I don't think it was at that. I don't think anything's gonna top the private jet or the U.S. men's.
We went to Barry's Park. Like everything was fun. I think that definitely the first week I was like, "This is what is my life." I don't even know what's happening, but it's been awesome.
No, it's it's New York City. Oh well, this week, you had the New York Knicks winning the championship. Like it
Yeah,
is, you were here for it.
which the streets
There's
were crazy.
crazy. The videos are amazing.
I was getting a little overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie, but it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I can't promise anything for next week, but I'm sure we're gonna have a blast too.
I'm sure, yeah.
And
Lots of local games, and that's most exciting for me.
oh, I'm just too happy talking about fantasy football here for a second. I was let's just look at the global leaderboard for match day 2 to see who is winning. And Diego mentioned that there has not been anybody, well, there wasn't anybody that made a lineup of just Canada, which would have probably won this round. But we do have a lot of people. I'm actually surprised to see 1, 2, 3, 4 people that lined up Canada forwards, because it's not like a team that really is known for scoring goals in the World Cup. Chip Monkey here with the Mexico defense, midfield in England, and Canada forward. Okay, this lineup is... Oh, Switzerland already played. Yeah, okay, so Anton's capped at 29. England hasn't played. Saudi Arabia hasn't played. So here, potentially, we could have some good results. I think it's going to be between Chip Monkey and Elton Henderson.
Yeah, it's pretty close in terms of the score.
Because Korea already lost. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if these guys just didn't have any other forwards and they just placed Canada, which is be awesome. But Elton has 2 lineups, and he fielded Canada forwards on both of them here, which is amazing. Elton, if you're watching, let us know what made you do that, because that is not a consensus call. I would have not done that myself. We didn't do that ourselves.
Smart thinking.
So obviously whoever wins this match day is going to win 1 Ether. And then if you guys want to not forget to set up your lineups for match day 3, because they don't roll over, because it's different games every week, please do make sure to put those in already. That way, set it and forget it. You can always go out back and do things differently, but at least set it and forget it. You have 5 days to get your match day 3 lineups in. Cumulatively, Anton is on top, followed by Skella and the Bit Boy. But a lot of football to be played here. A lot of football to be played. All right. Well, that is it for the week. That is it for today. Sophie, thank you so much for your great analysis of the football matches that we've had. And I'm looking forward to maybe doing like a little PK shootout where you try to score on me maybe next week or something. Yeah,
we'll definitely do something like that. 3v3, anything under that realm. So stay tuned for the content.
Awesome. Well, everybody have a great weekend. And you know what? I'm going to say something that I never thought I was going to say in my whole life. Let's go USA.
Good job, Erica. She got you right.